Okay, and so hey YouTube, it's Darkbyte here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a bucket plugin. Alright, so we're going to be making a pretty basic bucket plugin. So first things first, I'm expecting you guys to already know some basic Java. So if you guys don't, then I would recommend going on to my tutorials on Java. Up until tutorial 21, we're doing basic Java stuff. After tutorial 22, we're doing GUI stuff, and after that, we're going to be going on to a game. So here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new Java project, and we're going to name this project tutorial plugin, or whatever you guys want to call it. It doesn't really matter, so I'm just going to call it tutorial. And now what we need to do is we need to do some stuff. So first things first, we need to open up our browser, which I've already done, and then we need to go on to Yives MC thing. So here we go. TCP. I can't remember the address. So if you just search up Yives, then it should come up. Here. Ooh, whoops. Yives mirror. Yeah, there we go. Yives mirror. That was the one. Alright, so it's tcpr.ca. There we go. You come onto it. If you go onto files and then you go onto Spigot, you'll have a load of these versions. What we want to do is we want to get the latest shaded versions. For me, that would be 1.8.8 at the time this video was made. So let's download this, save it, and we're just going to save a Spigot API. I've already got it downloaded, so it doesn't matter. So it should take pretty quick, depending on your internet speed. And the next thing we need to do is we need to go on to the Spigot Java docs. So here we go. I'm going to find it, and there should be this hub.spigotmc.org Java docs Spigot. So we're going to keep this page open. We're just going to copy this link, and what we're going to do is we're going to right click on this package, this project, sorry. We're going to click properties, and we're going to go into the Java build path, go into the libraries, and add external jar. So we're going to add in the Spigot API jar, and then we're going to go on to the Javadoc location, just click apply, and what we're going to do is we're going to paste in the Javadoc location, click apply, and click OK, and there we go. Our package is all set up, everything's set up, so all we need to do now is make our package. So we're going to make a package, and we're going to need, there's a convention for naming packages. It's either me or com, so we're going to go with com for the backwards domain effect. Now, you guys will know what this is if you've watched my Java tutorials, so, you know, again, these little advertising say, okay, so, you know, so it's com, then your developer name, so for me that would be Darkbyte, and then the plugin name. So for me that would be, I don't know, I'm going to call this tutorial, and then you've got your part of the plugin. Yeah, so we name it after the part of the plugin. So for this it would be the core. So com.darkbyte.tutorial.core. You don't have to add the part if you're only doing a small plugin, but it's just good to get used to it. Alright, so what we're going to do is now we're going to create a new class. So we're going to create a class, and we're going to call this class main, since it's going to be the main class of our plugin. And the first things first, we need to make it inherit something called the Java plugin class. It's a built-in class inside the Java, inside the bucket API, or the Spigot API, and it basically just tells it that this is the main class for thing, and it tells it that this is a plugin, so it's going to look for this. So here we go. This is all working fine, so let's just save it, and let's make our first method. So this is we're going to make two built-in methods for Java plugin, and it's called onEnable and onDisable, or they're called. So public void onEnable, and as you can see that green arrow comes up telling it that it's overriding from the other thing, so onDisable. And what we're going to do is we're just going to add in the @override annotation. Right, so @override. There we go. So it's overriding from the Java plugin. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the logger. So what does this mean? So this get logger is basically, there's a logger thing that lets you log stuff to the console, and it lets you log custom messages and stuff, so colored messages to the console. So in this case, we're going to be logging to the console, and we're getting the logger for Minecraft from this. So we're going to be getting it for the server. So the server's kind of console logger thing. So basically, this is going to let us send messages to the console. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to go getlogger.info, and this is the method that's going to let us print out stuff to the console. And what we're going to do is we're going to print out stuff like, we're going to print out here we go. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at chat colors as well. So we're going to go chat color dot, and basically chat color lets you edit like the chat color codes. So you know inside Minecraft where you got colored text and stuff, this is basically the equivalent of that. So this lets you do it for the console and you know the other stuff. But you know what, let's leave it for now. So I'm just gonna teach you that next lesson when we do what's it called as well. So let's just delete that unused import, because that's gonna do my head in with the little yellow line thing. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna open up a bracket, put in the plugin name. So we're gonna call this Hello World Plugin, and we're gonna put in plugin was enabled, and we're just gonna copy this, put it inside the onDisable method, and go plugin was, and then just put disabled. Now the plugin, the code pretty much is done. We've just got a little bit of scripting to do now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the tutorial project, and we're going to create a new file, and we're going to call this file plugin.yml. Now whenever you create a plugin, you need this kind of plugin.yml. It's basically just storing the info for this plugin. So what we're going to do is we're going to go name, and we're going to put in the name for the plugin. So this is the name that's going to show up on the server too. So we're going to call this Hello World Plugin. Then we got to put in main, which is going to get the main class. So for this it would be com.darkbyte.tutorial.core, and then we've got to do dot and then get the main class name, so main. So here we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and get the version. So we're going to put in the version. So for this it would be v1.0 version 1.0. So here we go. Then the next bit is commands, which in case you have commands, even if you don't have commands, you still got to put this in. But when we do put in commands, we're going to put in our commands in this bit and put the descriptions for them and everything. So here we go. That's done. So we can just save this, exit off, and now what we're going to do is we're going to export this so we can test it. So we click this, we right click and we click export. We click on jar file, not runnable jar file or javadoc, just jar file. Next, and then we tick off these bits, leave this bit. Actually, yeah, we've got to click F5 to sync it first, otherwise it'll give us an error. So here we go export, jar file, untick those, leave this ticked. Here we go, export all output folders, export generated class files and resources. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, so now we got this. Let's just export it as plugin.jar, compress the contents of the jar file, and there we go. I'm going to click finish. I've already got a plugin.jar since I made this tutorial before, but I forgot to turn off my mic. Forgot to turn on my mic. There we go. Can't speak. Alright, so there we go. The plugin's made. So now how do we test it? Alright, so I've already got a built-in test server done. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go into the test server. So let's find the test server. And it should be somewhere here. So I've got this plugins folder. And here we go. It should be inside here. Unicorns RS is a plugin I made before just for fun. So where did I store that plugin again? Ah, yes, it was inside the libraries folder. So I accidentally stored it in here, so I'm just going to cut this, put it into my plugins folder. Pardon me. Go into the plugins section of the thing, turn off, I'm going to get rid of Unicorns RS since we're not going to be using that. And then let's just run the server, and there we go. Run the server and it should do this. Server will start in 10 seconds. This is a 1.7 and 1.8 version. So here we go. Let's run it. And should work in a second. 10 seconds to be specific. There we go. It's done. And now it's going to do all this preparing spawn region and stuff. And as you can see now, enabling Hello World plugin v1.0, Hello World plugin was enabled. So now if we do the stop command, it will say Hello World plugin was disabled. So our plugin's working. So that's about all for this tutorial. Well, next time we'll be doing stuff about commands and stuff. So thanks for watching guys, and I will see you guys next time.